definitely needed to get off because, honey, she was in here coughing like her life was dependent on it. Okay. Letting go, right? And one of the things I'm gonna say is this: oftentimes we don't want to let go of whatever it is because we feel like the way we doing it is best, right? So for instance, I was talking to you guys about me recently getting involved with consumer law, okay? And I've been reading and everything like that. And it's been like yesterday I told you guys I was feeling some type of way, like overwhelmed, I was frustrated. And so, although I was feeling that way, I still continued to research. And then as I was researching, then I was watching other people videos. And then so then I started being all over the place. Okay. And so my youngest children, of course, yesterday was Halloween. They wanted to go trick or treating. And sometimes what I'm gonna say is sometimes it's like we are attached to the suffering. Okay. It's like we are attached to it. Because I could have easily closed the computer. Okay. I could have easily put my phone down and then just took them trick or treating. I did take them trick or treating, but what I'm saying is I could have did it much sooner than what I did. When you see you are frustrated, overwhelmed, the answers that you looking for is almost as if you are blocking them. The reason you're blocking them is because you're putting up so much resistance, and the resistance is sort of like this. I need this to work right now. I need it to happen right now, right? And the universe isn't going to, if you putting it out into the universe like, oh, I need it right now, right? That is operating from a scarcity lack mindset. So sometimes what you have to do, you have to back away from the situation, whether that's taking a nap or meditating, and that's what I did yesterday. Meditating, and then you come back later on to the situation. But to feel like, you need the answers and stuff right now, you won't even be receptive to the information because you just like, I need it right now. So it's really letting go of the resistance, letting go of the outcome, and just, take a step back. Not saying you're quitting or anything, but just taking a step back and then later on revisit it when you have more clarity, or when you more calmed and relaxed and stuff like that, because that means then that you could receive the information. Okay. It was so funny yesterday. So my youngest son, Javon, okay, oh my goodness, this kid, oh, he whenever I'm going through something, like, your children, they know, right? Like, they really know. But yesterday, my youngest son had gave me this bracelet because after I got off the phone with Chase Bank, okay, he seen like I was feeling some type of way. So one of the things he said to me, he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna give." He was like, "This bracelet is for you." Because I know that you're not in a Halloween spirit or whatever. Because I was like, I was upset, right? And what wound up happening was I wound up taking my children trick-or-treating, and then afterwards when we came back in the house, I continued to look up information that was pertaining to my credit report. I went on to Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, and I just was going through, the stuff that was on my credit report and stuff like that, right? And so I wrote a letter I told you guys, to two other agencies, and to the people that's like, oh, those are boroughs. No, they're not. They're not boroughs, or whatever it is you pronounce it. Okay. They are regular, like the top three credit collection agencies, right? So they collect your information. Most of the time is from LexisNexis. And you could pull your report from LexisNexis. I think that's how you pronounce the name. You could pull your report from them. Don't eat no more after that. You could pull your report from them. And they pretty much you can see all the stuff that's on your credit report. Now, the stuff that's on your credit report a lot of the times is inaccurate. Stop doing all the playing behind me. A lot of the stuff is inaccurate, okay? So you want to, like, compare it, because they can have stuff on there, like, for instance, I remember I had got a bill from, I believe it was, it was a doctor bill I had received, right? And I disputed it, right? Because the bills that you receive from the doctors, right? And once they send that, like, if you didn't pay that bill or whatever it is, they violate in the client doctor confidentiality, okay, agreement. So they're not supposed to share your information. And now these debt collectors, now they have your information and stuff like that. So I disputed it, and pretty much they sent a letter back stating that they was gonna remove it off my report because it was a violation. Okay. So and then when you go through your credit report, you will see, like, on your Experian, they have the same exact account that TransUnion have, but on Experian it is say that the account is closed, but on TransUnion it is still say that the account is open, right? So some of those things. So you just want to be mindful, of those things and stuff like that. And they really not supposed to be sharing your information, because, like I said before, there's really identity theft. Okay, we look at identity theft like, oh, well, I lost my wallet and somebody picked it up and they just they used my identity and things like that, or whatever it is. But one of the ladies that I've been watching is Tamar. I think her name is Tamron Bush. I've been watching her videos, and, like, the way she breaks it down about identity theft and how these agencies are pretty much just sharing our information. And a lot of us, we've been thinking that we only have one, is just the credit report. No, is you also have a credit file on you as well. So it's two, is a credit report and it's a credit file. And some of the stuff that you think that it has been removed, right? They have stuff on there, like, from when you first was able to get credit, like 18 years old, when you opened up accounts and stuff like that. So just be mindful. But I really wanted to come on here and just say, when you feeling overwhelmed, and that could be anything. I remember I used to feel that way with my numbers here on social media, well, mainly on YouTube. And I used to be like, oh, you know what? I can't wait until, I'm monetized and all this other stuff. And I will be putting so much resistance out, because merely what you're saying is you don't like where you are right at this moment. So you want to hurry up and get there. And when you rushing to get someplace, okay, normally you may be missing steps ahead. I mean, missing some steps. That's one. And then two, you are operating from lack and scarcity, right? Like, oh, I don't have this, or when I get monetized, I'm gonna be able to have X, Y, and Z and all these other different things. But you gotta enjoy the process. And this is what I constantly tell myself. Nowadays, I'm not, concerned about any monetization on any of my platforms. I'm not concerned about that. It's happening. Okay. I'm not concerned. I do get paid on Facebook. Okay. But I'm not concerned about it. I'm just like, when it happens, it just happens. Nowadays, since I've been studying consumer law and understanding that the money that you already get paid is from your estate. Okay. It's not from you would think like, oh, it's from these corporations and stuff like that. It's not from these corporations, it's from your estate, okay? And so once I started understanding that, I just was like, oh my goodness, like it's really crazy. And you talking about the Matrix, so crazy. So, if you feeling frustrated, overwhelmed, or whatever, you just feel so like, oh my goodness, it just need to happen already. Two other things that I highly recommend: take a nap when you overwhelmed. Okay, take a nap. Step away from the thing that you are allowing to frustrate you. Like step away from it. Okay. Go back later. Okay. Whether it's 5 minutes later, an hour later, 2 hours later, go back later, but step away from it. Because by you being frustrated, you're not going to be able to get the downloads. Like if your intuition is telling you, oh, well, do this, do that, do this, you're not going to be able to get it because you remember what we focus on grows. If you so focused on, damn, it ain't working, I done tried this, they done did this and all this other stuff, how could you get an answer to the solution? How could you get the answer to the problem, imaginary problem? How could you get the answer if you so focused on the problem? Okay? How could you get the answer if you so focused on the problem? So you got to step away from the problem and let the answers start coming to you. Okay, sometimes you could just be walking down the street and up something pop into your mind and you just got the answer. Okay, so step away from it because by you being frustrated and overwhelmed and still looking stuff up and still doing whatever it is that you're doing because you trying to control the outcome, you trying to control the situation, is going to make you more frustrated. So just step away from it and then later on go back to it. Okay. And with that being said, I just wanted to let you guys know that. Okay. No more Amani. No more. So I just wanted to let you guys know that whenever you going through something, you step away from it and don't try to force the results. Okay, just take some time to yourself and then go back to whatever it is that you want outcome on. And with that being said, I love you guys. Peace.